New Zealand desperately needs massive infrastructure investment. We need to invest in transport infrastructure. Better public transport, more railways, better roadways. We need to invest in energy infrastructure. More energy producing assets, greater energy independence, better energy transmission. We need to invest in water infrastructure. Less leaky pipes, larger supplies of fresh water, better management of wastewater. We need to invest in emergency prevention and management infrastructure, extensive flood-proofing, and better firefighting resources. We need infrastructure investment, and we need it desperately. Our infrastructure is in terrible condition. Our infrastructure has been neglected for far too long. Successive governments have failed to deliver the necessary investment. What little progress is made gets discarded when a new government is elected. It is absolutely appalling, and everyone knows it. Good infrastructure is an essential foundation of economic prosperity. If we want to be economically prosperous, we need good infrastructure. We will never be as economically prosperous as we could be if our infrastructure is not improved significantly. We need major investment. Otherwise, we will slide towards economic destitution. And once you are economically destitute, it becomes harder and harder to fund infrastructure investment. Infrastructure investment pays for itself by facilitating a prosperous economy. For far too long, the government has been scared of infrastructure investment. In the 1980s, Robert Muldoon spent a huge amount of money developing New Zealand's infrastructure. But Muldoon was careless, and he managed to plunge the nation into massive debt. Ever since, many politicians have feared the issue and have neglected infrastructure investment. We are starting to pay the price for that, and that price is only going to get more costly. We need to grow our population. We need to grow our economy. That will never happen if our infrastructure is in a state of stagnation and decline. The current government has given landlords a gigantic tax cut. Rather than mindlessly serving their rich donors, perhaps they should have considered the future of the country. We should not be giving massive tax cuts to those who need them the least when we could be investing where this country needs it the most. The only thing the current government seems to care about is tax cuts. Their whole economic plan revolves around paying for tax cuts. It is pathetic. This destroys funding for the infrastructure investment that we desperately need. They have prioritised cynical electioneering over the future of this country. They have prioritised vote buying over the well-being of future generations. You may get a tax cut today, but think about what you will get in a few years if we continue to neglect infrastructure spending. Reduced access to water, leaky pipes spilling water everywhere, rivers full of human waste due to a lack of proper waste management, unreliable access to electricity due to failing transmission infrastructure, expensive, inconvenient, and time-wasting transport due to a lack of investment in transport infrastructure, the constant risk of natural disasters due to a lack of proper investment in the infrastructure needed to prevent them and manage them. That is the price we pay. And these are just a few examples. We can do better. We need to invest in our infrastructure. We need a forward-thinking government that plans beyond the next election cycle. We need a forward-thinking government that invests in the future of this country. That is what we need. We need infrastructure investment that is both bold and bipartisan. It does not work when everything gets rearranged and thrown out every few years. We need long-term planning and forward-thinking investment. That is the only path towards a prosperous future.